when you hate, the thought of hate comes up, then you sort of feeling of hate is coming, anger coming, and that means you actually have a quality of dogs. Then my guru said to me that when you had a feeling of I hate this person, my guru said, don't go after the hate that I hate that person. Just turn into yourself, whose is actually hate to who? Where is this hate, I'm hate, where does hate arising? This first question. Second question, who is I who is hating? Second question. Third, when I have a hate, what does give me? Give me happiness, give me resolve the issue, or is it disturb my happiness, or I lose? What does Paida Saki Nuksansa? You have a benefit or you have a faults, difficulties. You should think about it. So this thing you should sort of look into it. So when I did this, I realized that I'm becoming completely like a dog, and I'm so much justified that yes, I'm angry and I'm right to be angry, and I can be angry, and I nobody can solve my problem. So I justify it again and again and again, but I suffer on the same time. But the anger is such a strong emotion that you're actually burning inside. You're burning yourself, but still you sort of hold on that, and that is what anger do, and hatred. Yeah. After I realized that, and I thought, wow, the Guru is absolutely right, that actually I'm creating my own problem right now. Yeah? I'm not talking about somebody make me angry, but it's true that my anger is actually within me, right? When I realize that, then I'm open to listening. Okay, what is the solution? And when I hear the solution of doing meditation, then I try. And when I try meditation, I'm not do well, as usual. The same story. It's like a Bollywood, old 2020s Bollywood movie. Same story. You don't need to know. Okay, you just moment you watch, they're going to have hero, they're going to heroine, and they're going to have dance, a lot of dance, and they have gundas and dagubos, and and dagubos going to shoot 10 times bullets, and hero never hits, and hero just shoot somewhere else, and the bullet hits the dagu and all that, and end of the day, and good story, and the hero and heroine going to love and together, and forever ending. The kind of similar Bollywood, theme. So moment you watch, is what is going to happen. It's quite boring actually, but really. So after, same story. Every student go through this. Oh, Rinpoche, I cannot do meditation. Why? Because you've never done it before. It's nothing difficult. It's just you never done it. So I struggle, and I improved, and I saw more. So what meditation do is so interesting. Meditation is not keeping your mind blank. Meditation is the beginning to learn your own capability of your intelligence, your own intelligence of your own mind, how to understand emotional intelligence, how to improve patience within yourself. Like you start meditating, in a few days you feel, I cannot do it, means you're a very impatient person. You're not persistent. And you people who keep trying, never complaining, and the person fails every day but never complain, never goes to Guru asking comfortable advice from Guru, and you feel so nice. You're not that kind of person, means you are a persistent, patient, diligent person. So beginning when you start meditating, you start knowing your own character, your own personality. Meditation is not just calming your mind, staying a blank, and I'm very happy. It's not like that. It's actually learning your own mind, opening the door of knowledge, intelligence of emotions, intelligence of being understanding and patience within yourself, right? And that is the beginning of me turning to Dharma. So I know all of you have problem. You can say I don't, but you have it. Some of you can have problem of emotion, some of you have problem with the relationship, some of you have problem with fear, some of you have problem with the control freak. You know, control freak, very detailed. You want to go, you want to do everything your way, you know, and you're very manipulator. You know, you sort of telling this person this and telling this person and try to go on your own path. You understand? And some of you can be very sort of nice and kind, and nobody sees you, all the nice things, and you feel like I'm very weak, and I should be not nice, and I should be very stubborn like other Dharma, other cousins that are, you know, they're so smart, so cunning, and they're so good, and all the parents are, you know, saying so many good things about my cousin, but I'm being so nice, and I also submission, always listen to my parents, but they never acknowledge me. Why like this, you know? Some of you are part of that in the world. So don't think that I read mind. That is a human emotion. They're forever going in the future, reach to 3,000. Now 21st century, go to 3,000. Still the problem going to maintain. That's why Buddha cracked. You know, Buddha cracked the egg. He understood. That's why his teaching is forever refreshed. We don't need to update the program. It's already updated by naturally. Because he cracked the code, the magic code. Okay? So that is my answer. So you want to follow the Dharma? You must choose one of your difficulty. Okay? Your difficulty, choose that and learn to observe, learn to transform and see where this come from, who is experiencing that experiencing have good result or bad result when you try to be sort of hold by that emotion. Parivarle mole maya dindena, ba male maya dindena. My parents doesn't love me. And you just think about it. Maya doesn't love me. Maya doesn't love me. Okay, what is the result of that? Happiness? No. Upset, angry? Yes. Playing game? Yes. Who's going to be depressed? You. After you're depressed, you're going to stay quiet? Normally, no. You're going to say something and show off to somebody. So you can see, ripple effects. It's going to be there. So for me, it's the anger. Then after anger, then I choose jealousy. Then I choose after that pride. Then I choose after that attachment. Then I choose about that ego. Then I choose judgment, mind. I choose. That's why whenever I choose something, you're going to hear me in my teachings. 5-6 years ago, or 6-7 years ago, you hear my teachings about judgment. Whenever I teach, I talk about judgment, meaning I'm already choosing the judgment is my key to transform. Now you don't hear me about talking about judgment these days. You hear my talk, mostly I talk about the first movement of thought. Meaning I'm already going deeper and deeper, and I'm going through the process of the Buddha's teaching. When you go through the process, meaning I actually becoming much more trust, much more, understanding the Buddha's teaching within yourself, not Buddha teaching in a scholarly on the book, but you within yourself. And when that happens, the understanding and the faith and devotion, confidence, all going to come from there. Compassion, all comes from there. So knowing, choosing your own problem, okay, and to transforming that is the only way to you to have more easier to have a confident Dharma. And that nobody can actually steal from you. Nobody can sort of brainwash you. You understand? Somebody tells me, hey, Rinpoche, this person fly in the sky, and I'm going to say, so what? So he fly in the sky, it does going to solve my problem? I have problem with my ego. What kind of technique and instruction he can give me that I can solve my ego problem? That's why you hear the Buddhism, we call in Tibetan word Nangpa. Yes? Yes? Nangpa. We are Nangpa, right? What does it mean of Nangpa? Means introvert, inner. Okay? We call other people Chiva. Chiva means outer. Means what? External, right? External. Why they say, who created the world? The God. Who sent me to hell? God. Who brings me to heaven? God. Right? Yes or no? Buddhism says, who go to hell? Who sent you hell? Me. Who going to go beyond your problem? Me. Who realized the nature of I can? Not me, but I can. I can proceed. Right? So, when you seeing your mind is the main, and without believing, okay, the Nepali problems that we believe, okay, is a problem. Dharma practice is no problem. It's completely fine have believing. The problem because of your kids. Your kids are going to ask you a question. Right? Ba, ama, paida ke cha? What is the benefit? Ba, business God, have a faith. Yes, though. This is my kids, eh? Don't say it like that. You have bad karma. Then you ask a question. What is karma? Then there's no answer. Because of not having answer, that makes sensible for anybody. How the youth can actually follow Dharma? Why you think I follow Dharma because of I chose? No, I follow Dharma because I'm desperate. You understand? Yeah? So that's why you need to pick one, observe and see. And I know all of us, we are dogs. Okay? I don't need to sort of rig your mind. I know. Right? Okay. This is part of it. Package. Okay? Yeah. Second question.
The second question is, how do we maintain trust and faith in our Lama, even when he or she uses harsh words and shows rude behavior? यदि हाम्रो गुरु अथवा लामाले कहिलेकाहीँ कठोर शब्द बोल्नुहुन्छ वा रुखो व्यवहार देखाउनुहुन्छ भने उहाँप्रति उत्तिकै श्रद्धा र विश्वास कसरी कायम राख्न सक्छौं?
See, it's a very when you really know your father, your mother loves you so much, and they show the love through things. Oh, Papa, mole paisa deuna. Papa le dinsa. Papa, mo motorbike man parsa. La dinsu. Nek naya barsa aya bachi mo paisa kamaera dinsu. You know, and you do some wrong. Lugera, churot khani, rakshi khayara, matera auni, drinking alcohol, you completely drunk and come to home, then your father beats you up, slap you up, say, ke ho yesto? Yesto ho? Daya maya katik gare bane, yesto ho? Yesto bani nara kin ho bane. But you know it, you're very upset, you're angry, you can be angry, upset that moment. But when you wake up in the morning, you know Father loves you what? Why? Because he shows his love. Right? So my point is this. First of all, you need to find good guru. No? I cannot say all guru are good. No? Finding good guru, finding good student is equally same. Okay? Equally difficult. But finding good guru, and now you don't know what is good guru means. Right? Understanding, compassionate, experience. Now depend on what kind of guru you want. No? You want guru with Vajrayana tantras, and that guru need to have Vajrayana informations, educated experiences. You want to learn meditation, the guru need to know meditations. Yeah? So what you want. Of course, right? You want to learn mathematics and you want to go to professor who is good in maths, right? Isn't it? You want to study some biology, then you need to find somebody who learn biology, doctor, professors, right? It's a kind of common thing. It's nothing divine, something, right? It's just normal thing. So what do you want to learn? You need to have a guru, but generally guru all should have something is called compassion. All guru need one trace of compassion. Genuine compassion, authentic compassion, good character. Compassion, you have, the guru has compassion, then guru generally are good. Yeah, can be a little angry here, there, possible, but it's good. Yeah. So, finding the Dharma is the only way to gain trust to Guru. Many people have, some people are very uniquely have a devotion to Guru first, then they learn the Dharma. But generally, you must learn Dharma first, then you're going to get the trust to Guru. Okay? So this is the traditional. When you start doing emptiness meditation, they tells you, one of the result of emptiness meditation is beginning result, not the just beginning. When you have a meditation correctly, you gain 100% trust to Guru and a trust to the method. Method meaning the technique that you do, right? So it's very important. You're not going to get right away perfection, devotion, perfection. Oh, Guru limole mare pani mare. This is very difficult. This kind of students is possible, but very few, not many. Averagely, you need to go through, processly improvement. So the learning the Dharma, finding the correct Guru, both are very equally important.
The third question is, sometimes we get picked on by people. At that time we think we have to stay out of trouble and be patient. But that only causes harm to ourselves. So my question is, how should we react at that time? Should we just keep silent and let them think that we are weak? Or should we speak back and fight back for our own benefits? कहिलेकाहीँ मानिसहरूले हामीलाई हिप्ने वा दुःख दिने गर्दछन्। त्यतिबेला हामी समस्याबाट टाढा रहन र धैर्य गर्न खोज्छौँ। तर यसले गर्दा उल्टै आफैलाई नै हानि भइरहेको हुन्छ। यस्तो अवस्थामा हाम्रो प्रतिक्रिया कस्तो हुनुपर्छ कि हामी चुपचाप सहेर बस्ने र उनीहरूलाई हामी कमजोर छौं भन्ने सोच नदिने कि आफ्नो हितको लागि प्रतिकार गर्ने?
It's a very practical question, but a very difficult to answer in the practical level, because everybody's situation is different. And what kind of level of patience you need is because of the situation of the different. I cannot answer 100%. But what I can say, when somebody pick you up, you should not lose of your peace of mind. What is peace of mind right now? For example, right now, right? Your mind, right? Your feeling, right? Your thoughts, your feelings in your heart. It's kind of stable. It's not like this, right? Kind of stable. Imagine somebody pick you up, say, "Hey, Lati." Somebody said like that. Without any shaking of that piece of feeling, say, "Hazur, ke bhanu bhayo hola?" You can speak little bit higher tone, but without losing that peace. Now, without losing this peace, you can, explain to the person, and you can say something. There's nothing wrong with that. But losing that peace and turn into anger instantly, then you actually become the part of the problem. You can be answering somebody, you can show you are very strong, but end of the day, who knows, you're creating more problem, right? Or you actually resolving problem, you don't know. So that's why you can say something back, but don't lose the peace in your heart. Now that's why I said it's very easy to answer, difficult to apply, because I did it, right? It's very difficult. Why? Because until you have this I, right? We have this kind of respect, disrespect, and pride. Disrespect, Ani dinsa dindena, right? You to respect me or not, that idea is in your head, and you have a pride. So anybody can go higher or lower, then you already upset. So that's why it's very difficult to say these things. No? That's why continuum of practicing, continuum of reminding and talking, discussion, educating our own mind to be developed better, emotionally, patience, emotionally balanced, is constantly. That is the lack of the education system. In school, we don't talk about it. In college, we don't talk about it. Only you go into psychology part of the section, then they're going to talk about human emotions. But rest of the thing, we learn history, art and biology and all the geography and all the these measuring and all numbers and all these things, but not so much useful. No? So, but we need to learn all these things. I don't know why. Because my son is learning all this, my daughter is learning all this. They make one circle and they give you a question and you know much. Kam ke lage sa ile? Ile tabi study gare ke kam lage? What happens to you? You become more smarter? No. Why not we just talk about, little bit of ethic, little bit of emotion, little bit of discussion, At least we can be a good children. At least we can be a good parents. So who teach us to be good parents or good children? Or nobody. We need to learn to look at to the parents. Luckily we have good parents and we learn something good. Unluckily we have bad parents and we learn something bad. Right? So that is what is happening. That's why somehow we can say we are a very intelligent society, but somehow we don't educate the people to become a good person or intelligent person. We educate them to, I don't know, to make good house, many items, many medicines. I don't know. That's why I don't know how to say in these things, right? Okay, then go ahead.
In order to survive in the world, we need to spend most of our time and energy earning money, yet life is so short and uncertain, and we are taught to practice Dharma. We are taught that practicing Dharma is essential. How can we realistically balance making a living with sincerely practicing Dharma, especially in places where financial opportunities are limited? संसारमा बाँच्नको लागि हामीले धेरै जस्तो समय र ऊर्जा पैसा कमाउनेमा नै खर्च गर्नुपर्दछ। अर्कोतिर जीवन छोटो र अनिश्चित छ र धर्म अभ्यास अनिवार्य छ भनिन्छ। आर्थिक अवसरहरू सीमित भएको ठाउँमा कसरी व्यावहारिक रूपमा जीवनयापन र निष्ठापूर्वक धर्म अभ्यासलाई कसरी सन्तुलन राख्न सकिन्छ?
Right now, what you understood about Dharma practice is you hear the ideas from most of the time from the yogis, masters and the monks. But you never heard about Dharma practice from the kings, meaning the lay people. But my point is this, my question is, yes, absolutely right. We need to work, we need to earn to survive. Feed yourself, if possible feed your family, possible feed your own family in the future, husband and kids and all that. So now, first of all, about money. In Buddhism, we don't look money is actually bad. Money is kind of a survival tool. So you can use this tool as a positive way, or you can use the negative way. And I've seen people becoming rich, and I've seen people rich become poor. Then I wonder, why it's like that? I've seen people become richer and richer and richer, and I saw people become rich, then become poor. I saw poor become rich in my period of 20 years. Okay. So making money is one thing. Managing money is another thing. So people can make money, but they don't know how to manage money. So I'm not good at managing money myself, but I can see this managing money is very, very important. So Now the short answer, you can practice session every day, 1 hour or less, half an hour. Practice meaning minute, not like chanting. And our Nepali, one problem, we chant a lot. We don't really think. Practice has a many level of practice. Buddha taught many different type of practice. We need to combine this. For example, first practice, Guru Rinpoche said, you need to remind yourself that our nature is perfect. Our nature is perfect. Then the second reminding is that, okay, what I need to improve now? Nature is perfect, I have no question. But what I need to improve now? Need to observe, see what I need to change. What negative thing that I need to change? Pani Zangsa? No? More than Pani Sa. Science, but you kai on Sunday. Science? So it's very important to check. Then developing compassion. Right? After you understood your negative things and you practice improving compassion and loving kindness, then comes only mantra chanting. Then after chanting, then only comes meditation. So this, how you say, a system of practice changes pattern. First, it improves, confidence. Yes, I can have negative, I can have nothing in my life, but my nature is perfect. So that gives you kind of a grounding. Okay? It gives you kind of confidence and grounding. Then the second gives you the purpose. Okay, what I need to change, what I need to improve. Right? Then only you develop compassion and loving kindness. That reduces all the negativity, your feeling of meaning of life, the question disappears, your life becomes very meaningful. Just thinking of compassion and loving kindness makes you a little bit improve. Then how you behave, in a day-to-day life, you actually try to benefit people. It's not like you're doing some charity or saving some people or building a house or giving medicine to everybody, but you're actually touching small things to wherever you go. You're going to say thank you, or you're going to give some tips, or you're being polite, you stand up. You're giving small positive reactions when you have compassion and loving kindness. Mantra chanting gives you, power. Right? And power is very important. Shakti ekdam important sa life ma. Right? So you don't get power, spiritual power, through compassion alone. Okay? Only spiritual power, the pathway, no, I cannot say only, but the only, not only, but the way is the mantra. You understand? So mantra chanting is very important with the correct understanding. Then meditation. Without meditation, then you become like a crazy emotional person. Very strong, powerful, but crazy. And you've seen that many times. We've seen this in our life. We've seen our own family chanting a lot of mantras, but little bit temperament issues. Or whatever issues. Right? I think we've seen our averagely. But when they know how to do correctly, they chant mantra, they're very steady, very emotional, very compassionate, and the answer is very wise, and they look at you very nice. But sometimes you can actually feel they're a little strong. But when they talk, they're very positive, they're very calm. Now that balance is the mantra, compassion, meditation balance. Is that kind of human being you need to be. So Guru Rinpoche and Buddha, they already sort of lay out us to follow. The problem of human beings is like that, we don't follow. That is the thing. Western people don't like chanting mantras. Now they do, but before they don't. Nepali people, we chant a lot of mantras. They don't like meditation. And people who does meditation, they kind of dislike of the mantras. And people who like to chant mantra, they don't able to do good meditation. Right? Me, I do both equally. So I'm very good at mantra, I'm good at meditation. Equally. Right? So it's very important to understand this. So managing money is important. Doing everyday session, half an hour, no matter what, you do the session, balance like that. Compassion, mantra, meditation. Then make money, try to save money, don't spend too much. Saving money, I think generally women is better. Men a little bit weaker, because men, we like to think a little bit shorter, shorter term, and men are very much excited and gadgets, things, then we buy stuff, and the women a little bit more safety. They're more like saving, safety. Not all women is like that. Not all men is like that, but generally I'm talking about. And I'm going in a very difficult territory area, sensitive area, but I'm saying generally it's like that. Yeah. So our Tibet king, Trizong Dezen, he said like that. He said, oh, all the people, all the lay people, you should do like how I do. This is how he said. He said, I do my wealth. He said, I divided to four section. He divided, meaning he put into four way of doing it. First, he said he's tried to save. One section he could save. Second section, he said he reinvest to bring more money. Third, he said is provision to the family to use for whatever we can. And one section, he said he support the people, he support the Dharma, whatever he can. The portion is not giving you percentage, how much percentage like that. Percentage is your choice. But it's division, the four division: saving, reinvesting, using, and benefiting the people, benefiting being, and benefiting Dharma. He said, I'm doing this. So that's why I'm saying whatever you're hearing now is from the monks. The Shanti Rakshita. Shanti Rakshita, oh, you must have renunciation, you want to become monk and nun, give up everything, go to monastery. This is what monk says. Okay? The yogi says, practice this, go to 3-year retreat, go to this, have a long hair, mantra chanting. This is what yogi, Guru Rinpoche says. But the king says, okay, you have a family, okay, that's good. You look after the family, you practice a little bit, you can. And your money, he said, you must divide it to four group. Saving, reinvesting, applying, using, and one for supporting the people who need it, and to support the Dharma need it. This is how he divided. Now, percentage is not mentioned. Understand? Percentage kati halnu parcha yo timi khushi hune ta. Haina? Is your choice. That's it.
When there is a lot of politics at work or in organizations, how can we still practice Dharma? Kind and honest people often get ignored or used, while more political and or manipulative people seems to move ahead and succeed. How should we understand this? Is it really possible to live with Bodhisattva's quality in today's world? कार्यक्षेत्र र संस्थाहरूमा धेरै राजनीति हुँदा पनि धर्म अभ्यास कसरी जारी राख्न सकिन्छ? दयालु र समझदार मानिसहरू प्रायः उपेक्षित हुन्छन् वा उनीहरूको फाइदा उठाइन्छ, जबकि चलाक र षड्यन्त्र गर्नेहरू अगाडि बढिरहेको देखिन्छ। यसलाई हामीले कसरी बुझ्ने? के आजको संसारमा बोधिसत्वको गुणहरू सहित बाँच्न वास्तवमै सम्भव छ र?
But difficult, sir. Politics ta huncha ni ta. Politics happens in family. Politics happens in family. What you talking about, sanstha and all that? Politics happens in the family too, right? So it depends on how bad, right? So first what we should do, I told you, just maintain your practice and be intelligent. Dharma practitioner, compassionate does not mean, oh, it's okay, people do it. It's not like that. You ever seen Bodhisattva unsuccessful? Like that, very bad looking Bodhisattva or a crying Bodhisattva. You ever seen like that? In the statue and whatever we draw, like really nice, good looking, and then like smiling, like this, resting. They have one Avalokiteshvara position is like this. One hand in the behind like this, one hand is hand like this, and go like that. And this is called resting pose. Many bodhisattvas are like that. But these days, bodhisattva practitioner, Dr. Professor, you think bodhisattva means you should cry every time. Sad, cry, complain, and I'm practicing bodhisattva every day. When the bodhisattva comes to you and they say, hey, when I taught you this, when I told you to cry and sad and be useless and lonely and stay in a home and cry and practice compassion, cry and use all your tissue paper and useless, you cannot handle your own emotion, you cannot handle your own suffering and saying that I want to save the whole universe. Useless, right? This shows that you understood the beginning of compassion, but you didn't understood what compassion need. Compassion needs 10 parameters. Giving, discipline, patience, diligence, calm, peaceful mind, intelligence, wise intelligence, strength, skillful, aspiration, and wisdom. This is the 10 qualities that support the compassion, and we forgot all the 10. We understood giving little bit, little discipline, little patience. We understood all that, and meditation slightly, and it comes to wisdom, and it comes to intelligence. We little cuckoo already. The strength we fail already. Skillful we zero, right? That's why it's the politic problem, because we don't have no skillful means. When you're in a sanstha or you're in a group or the organization, be nice, be good person, but be wise. Wise and observing and see what is going on and try to maneuver very skillfully, not with the backstepping or pulling out, just being nice and seeing what kind of quality that is lacking in my organization. They don't like me because of what? Oh, I'm coming too late. Okay, then I'm going to come a little early. Right? Nepali time, 15 minutes late. That is a good Nepali time, okay? Generally, half an hour late. Okay? And Nepali workmanship, right? Kaile saksa, when you finish? Oh, Guru, ek mahina ma saksa. 1 month finish. What 1 month? 6 months, no able finish. Okay? So what to do? Right? In Germany, I went many years ago. There my grandfather's disciple, he's doctor. He said, Rinpoche, in morning, what time I should come? I said, 7-ish. Nepali means 7-ish, meaning 7:15, 7:30, somewhere there, right? I'm not kidding to you. 6:45 or 6:50, there's somebody is walking on the outside door, okay? Walking, I can hear, somebody's out there. Then, knock the door after. I check, the timing, exact 7. The minute once, 7 man, dog. I open up, I know, wash my face, I open, I said, hey, doctor. I said, yes, how are you? I said, oh, I don't want to come, you come to exact 7. I said, 7-ish. 7-ish meaning 7:15, 7:20, 7:30, not 7. Right? So now you go to work in an organization, right? Oh, you're very nice, but you don't speak too much. Why are you so not speaking? Okay, now that means they want me to speak, learn to speak. Somebody said, you're actually very nice, but I don't know why you always need to, angry with the boss. Oh, okay, that is a problem. Boss is always boss, so be nice. Said, hello boss, how are you? What kind of coffee you want? And boss happy? They're happy. But you always say, I'm right, must be right, righteousness and positive, and speak of the God. And God say, okay, boss, okay, we need to lay out some people. Okay, very good, lay out that person. You are out. No job, no money. Right? So, I'm not saying bad. I'm saying that just learn little skillful. Learn to see weaknesses, try to improve, see what to do. I'm not saying what I'm telling you is the only way. What I'm saying is just little bit smart. Learn from mistakes and see how to improve. Okay? And somebody can say, hey, you're very nice, but why you dress so not so nice? Somebody can say that. You dress well. Okay? And what other people in organization do? They can say, oh, you're always late, generally. Huh? And some people say, why you don't understand what we try to say? That is many, many times possible. And I tell you something. Many people, they don't know how to listen. Okay? Many people, they have this Nepali, we have the hola. Bujyo. Bujye da bujena. And when he goes to completely opposite and comes back. Bujyo. Because we have system, we're so scared to say something, right? Bujyo, bujyo. They didn't understand at all. I said bujyo. That kind of thing. In organization, this kind of things, you should make sure, please, I'd like to make sure, But some people, very difficult. Oh, I like to make sure. They're asking so many, make sure. I get problem. So, be skillful, intelligent, smart, observing, practice every day, improve yourself, weaknesses. This is my answer.
In Buddhism, it is said not to oppose the Guru, but why does Buddhism has 4 major traditions? बौद्ध धर्ममा गुरुको विरोध नगर्नु भनिन्छ, तर बुद्ध धर्ममा किन 4वटा मुख्य सम्प्रदायहरू रहेका छन्?
This is not really going against Guru. For example, like you have a father, right? You have a grandfather, right? And you have kids, right? You going against your grandfather? Huh? And you giving your son different name than your grandfather, right? Or great-grandfather. Great-grandfather, Bahadur, right? And you give your son Jason. Why you want to give Jason? Sounds very modern. Now you're going against with your grandfather? No. Why are you doing this different name? Because you're adapting the society. So the same thing, right? There was one guru called Marpa. Then he had 4 disciples, right? Then Milarepa has 2 disciples, 1 monk. He has 4 disciples. The monk, Thakpo Rinpoche, had 4 disciples. The 4 disciples went to different location. Okay? Produced 10,000 disciples. Okay? Now 1 person have 3 become 10,000. So they're going against Marpa? No. Spreading, right? So, the same thing situation. Huh? I give my son different name. You going against your grandfather? Your grandfather's Bahadur, no? Now your son is Jason, why? Yeah. So we're not going against. We're actually celebrating. We didn't lose our essence, but we can adapt. Yes.
I feel like all 6 realms of samsara are within me and within this human realm. Am I right?
Yes.
मलाई लाग्छ कि संसारको 6वटै लोकहरू म भित्रै छ र यो मानव लोक भित्रै छन्. के मेरो यो बुझाइ सही हो?
Oh, 100% no. 100%. That's why we have 6 Ram experiences. When the Buddha say, oh, 6 Ram, hell no exists. Buddhists will never say hell no exists. We always say, okay, I practice emptiness, okay? Imagine Buddha realized emptiness. He always maintaining emptiness. He doesn't have concept like us. No mind, no thought, nothing like that. Always in the maintaining in the wisdom. In his level of state, he doesn't have no senses of 6 realms. But he explained hell. You know why? You going through hell. So how he can say, there have no hell exists? You go like that. Buddha said, no hell. How possible? It's not possible. So Buddha said, hell exists not for me. Whoever experiencing, I need to respect the experience. When you go through a depression, right? And the doctor says, that depression, you never said that, right? But parents says this, sometimes. You go lonely, I feel very sad. हुन्छ यस्तो आजकल केटाकेटीहरू के हो लोन्ली छ भन्छ एङ्जाइटी भन्छ डिप्रेसन हामी सानोमा त कहाँ हुन्छ यस्तो हामी त काममा लाग्छ खानपानमा कोसिस गर्नुपर्छ खाना चुराहरू खाने पैसा कमाउने तिमीहरू त के हो यस्तो अल्छी लाग्ने कम्प्युटरमा फोनमा हेरेर बस्ने के काम नलाग्ने सुतेर बस्ने भन्छ कि भनेन कहिले भन्छ नि त होइन र So parents should say, I cannot say to parents, but parents should say, oh, understand. I know you go through difficulty. I never went through depression, but you go through, I understand that. I accept that. What we can do for you. When the parents say like that, the kids feel much happier. The kid thinks, oh, now I'm accepted. It's okay, right? So the Buddha is like that. Buddha is the biggest father or grandfather. So he said, I accept it all. So the answer is, yes, in your life you're going to experience all 6 realms. And the 6 realm experiences come from your 6 emotions. Anger, hell, stinginess, hungry ghost. We have friends, no? They're stingy. They never spend money, they always opportunity taking things, right? Whenever go to a party, there's a free, they eat like 3 plates of food. Whenever they need the money, they go the cheapest tea, the cheapest drinks. We experienced it, right? Stinginess, okay? Hungry ghost. Ignorant, animal. Desire, human realm. Jealousy, demigod. Demigod के गर्छ? गडले हेर्छ है कस्तो राम्रो छ है कस्तो हामी कस्तो नराम्रो है हामी जुड्नु पर्छ वी फाइट गडले मार्दिन्छ के गर्ने jealous हैन you fight with God you die jealous God हामी भन्दा ठुलो कोही छैन हामी the best हो pride God so 6 realms in your life 6 emotions 6 realms okay now
how can I know my root guru मैले मेरो मूल गुरुलाई कसरी चिन्न सक्छु
This is a very kind of a question of kind of many people ask these questions. You heard the stories, oh no, like Melariba here, the Marba, he knows like this, and we, because of we hear this kind of stories, we always think, you are not Melariba, okay? I'm sorry, you are not Melariba. So don't try to put yourself level of Melariba, okay? We are just normal people. So we go through a normal way. But there has a 1 or 2 Melariba type of things. So don't be sad. You are not Melariba. It's fine. We can practice. So the question is how to know the root guru. You don't know the root guru first. Okay? Root meaning your nature of mind. So when you go through the process of the Ngonro, Zasum practices, right? Yidam practices, meditation, shamatha, that time you have a guru. But the guru is not become root guru. It's just a guru. Then your process of practice is doing well. Then guru slowly gives you the instruction. Say, oh, aile mo, tabenle, upaya, Shunyata ko dhyan, meditation of emptiness ko, in instruction yo ho, dimikara. You do this emptiness meditation now. Now you start doing. The moment you have a short glimpse of realization, and that moment, that guru turn into root guru. So root guru is not like, I love the guru, oh my goodness, That's why you make a guru like a celebrity. And some people don't like this because they're jealous with gurus. Because guru becomes like a celebrity, student coming, taking photo, and some people are very jealous. And they told me, hey, you're a celebrity, huh? I said, I'm not a celebrity. But because the people take photo with guru, they think they put us in a celebrity. It's not because of we want to be celebrity. What Guru turned into root guru is the guru instruction. You have glimpses of realization of nature of mind, and that guru become root guru. Do you understand now? Okay, that's it. And how to find the root guru means finding the good lineages masters. Not like any guru you meet, oh, you can point me nature of mind, point me nature of mind. It's like a stupid way of doing that. You need to go through slowly. I have many students comes, point me nature. It's like point you nature, like what? You need to show your face like this. Yeah. What is this? I need to slap you like how Tilopa slapped Naropa. Slap in the face, and I slap you, you're going to sue me? Right? So what to do? I need to do like Marba, how they treat the Melareba, pull the hair, beat him up, make a house. Who knows you're going to put poison on me and kill the guru, no? So you cannot do these things. So you need to go through the slowly process. That's what I'm saying. You're not Naroba, you're not Melareba, but we are students. So we go averagely. I went averagely. I'm not like special like that. I went averagely, steadily, slowly. You know the rabbit? Turtle? Do you know this too? I am the turtle. And I'm very happy to be turtle. Okay? Rabbit? Very difficult. Many students think they are rabbit. A very special rabbit. Golden rabbit. That's why you fail. Okay?
It is said that the essence of the 5 afflictions is the 5 wisdom. Please explain what it means. भनिन्छ कि 5 क्लेशको सार नै 5 ज्ञान हो. कृपया यसको अर्थ बुझाइदिनुहुन्छ कि?
This is a very deep question. This kind of a question only make easier when you start meditating emptiness. What actually means is when the thought arises, when anger arises, for example, imagine anger arises, without any focusing, without any grasping, without any following, the anger dissolves by itself without any trace, but the observer does not have any clinging towards that experiences, then that means realization. That's what I'm telling you. It's very difficult to. When I say this, you have almost no clue what I'm talking about. So okay, and the thought is gone, and no clinging. How to do that, right? The question, second question, how to do that? That's what I'm telling you. Don't be rapid. Go through the 4 foundation. Learn shamatha meditation, vaja breath, come to guru and meditate, go back, practice a little bit, every day, come back, a few months later. Then slowly you process, then guru give different instruction. And through that, then you go steadily improve. Oh, Rinpoche, I can say, anger come, and anger's nature is emptiness. That's why the wisdom. I can say like that, but it does not help us. You see, it's just a theoretical. You can better you search in Google or AI. They're going to answer you better than me. Yeah. So it's nothing. What I'm saying is experiencing is important. No? Yes.
Is our character only the result of our karma, or is it also influenced by our parents? के हाम्रो चरित्र केवल हाम्रो कर्मको फल मात्र हो वा यसमा हाम्रो आमा बुबाको पनि प्रभाव हुन्छ?
Both. It's both. Your character is an imprint of your past life and influenced by your surrounding, society, parents, and surrounding. So it's both.
What to do when we are discouraged by ourselves or being discouraged by? What to do when we are discouraged by ourselves or being discouraged by others? जब हामी आफैबाट वा अरूबाट निराशा हुन्छौं तब के गर्ने?
So you supplicate. Now this is I'm talking about as a Buddhist. Okay, you supplicate a Buddha or supplicating Guru Rinpoche. So supplicate meaning think Guru Rinpoche in front of you or Buddha in front of you. Supplicate means you think, say, oh, I'm thinking of you, please think of me. Then you chant the mantras. Then the light comes from the Buddhas, Guru Rinpoche, touch your body, all negatives gone, everything, all the feelings, negatives, emotion, diseases all gone, all the Buddha's blessings, the Buddha's realizations, the Buddha's compassion, the Buddha's meditations, Buddha's powers, everything I receive, right? Then the Buddha and Guru Rinpoche slowly come straight down to dissolve in your heart. Okay, and when they dissolve in the heart, your nature of the mind and the Buddha's nature, the Buddha, is become one. You think like that, it's one. You do this 10 times every single morning. The feeling of judgment yourself or discouraging yourself or somebody discouraging you steadily could disappear. And when you become very steady and some say 100 people say, hey, you're stupid, you're... It's like it goes through in your ear, like over. It never stuck to you. You see, and this is the essence of Vajrayana practice. You understand? So I was younger time, right? Very much discouraged, feel very weak, not so strong, no. I always worry about people, things like that. It's normal, no? It's very normal. So that's why always I practice like this morning, supplicate, then light come, any kind of light is okay, nothing particular. Then the Buddha or Guru Rinpoche, then again like dissolve to me and say, my nature and the Buddha is one, is one, is one. Again, visualize again, supplicate, chant some mantra, then again dissolve. It's one, now it's one. Again, you do like 10 times like this every day, very short, like takes like 1-2 minutes, 1-2 minutes. Self-judgment, other people's judgment disappears. I like to answer something you can do. Okay? You can apply. More like answer apply गर्नु सक्छ हैन theoretically यस्तो के फाइदा छैन के थाहा भयो भोक लाग्यो मान्छेले खाना दिनुपर्छ नि त भोक लाग्ने मान्छेले अनि खाना कसरी बनाउनु पर्छ भनेर theoretically सिकायो भने भोक लागेले मान्छेले कहाँ फाइदा हुन्छ सच्ची भनेको हामी सबै भोक लागेको मान्छे हो नि त स्पिरिचुअल भोक लागेको हो यो गर गर्ने नगर्ने तिमी खुसी हो खाना दिएसकेको बारे खाने नखाने मुखमा हालेर चप नगर्ने तिमी खुसी हो हैन आगेर राखेर हेरेर बसे अनि कम्प्लेन गरेर तिमी खुसी हो खाने हो मुखमा हालेर चपचप खाएर पेटमा ढल्ने चाहिँ तिमी खुसी हो हैन यो त मेरो हातमा छैन नि त हो मेरो आन्सर सबै चाहिँ उत्तर सबै चाहिँ अलि प्र्याक्टिकल चाहियो के धर्म पनि प्र्याक्टिकल छ के प्र्याक्टिकल नभएको धर्म फाइदा के हुन्छ र फाइदा छैन नि त बोलेर के फाइदा हो यो कुरा so this is Nepali my Nepali have some accents the accent is a very interesting accent whenever I speak Nepali I'm telling you all Nepali laugh and they has a very dignity way of laughing it's not like it's I'm very confident with my Nepali and I speak very I like to speak very pure not so much mixing around different languages and I have my own accents.
Can ordinary beings like us practice Chö? What criteria should we follow when practicing Chö? के हामी जस्तो सामान्य मानिसहरूले Chö अभ्यास गर्न सक्छौं Chö अभ्यास गर्दा कुन मापदण्डहरू पालना गर्नु पर्दछ
Of course, you can practice Chö in the beginning. In a Longchen Yingtik tradition, Chö practice is after the Ngondro. In our Guru Rinpoche teaching in our lineage, Chujulingpa lineages, Chö only comes after Ngondro. After Ngondro, you do Zasum practice, okay, Three Root practice. After Three Root practice, together Three Root practice, you do Mahamudra meditation, emptiness meditation. After the emptiness meditation progress, then we do Chö. Chö is not part of the Ngondro. The Chö is part of the Mahamudra in our tradition. So, what we really need is you want to do authentic Chö, develop compassion very much, able to do Tonglen. Tonglen, giving, taking. Do the giving, taking, Tonglen, practice very, develop well. Then you practice this quite seriously and understand a little bit of egoless or emptiness ideas, meditation or little ideas. You have these two. Then you go to Chö practice. It's very makes sense. Egoistic, like that. What does man say? My mind turned into black Vajrayogini, going up, right? Then my body is here, right? So right now, you and your mind is completely one like this, body. So you don't know how to separate. You see, that's why somebody tells you something, right? You feel very upset. No? Like, huh? You say my nose like dog nose? It's like that. And then your nose is like a bounce, like a bamboo, Like, so what I'm saying is, our ego is so strong. Our body is me. Our feeling is me. My name is me. My photo of my body is me. You understand? Our attachment is so much bondage of oneness. Oneness with feeling, oneness with physical, oneness of identity, oneness with your memory, oneness with thoughts, oneness of awareness. Everything is your attachment becomes a oneness with your ego, like that. Okay? Your physical, feeling, emotion, memory, and identity. All these five is like that. It's one. It's me. How are you going to do it when like that? You see? So you need to observe, is my body is me? No. Observe your feeling. It's my feeling, but it's not me. Is thought is me? No, it's my thought. It's not me. Identity of me is me? No, it's just identity. Memory is me? No, it's my memory. It's not just nothing. It's just memory. It's nothing. So now you separate that out. You feel more relaxed. So that only comes meditation called observing the five senses. Observing. Comes later in Mahamudra, but it's the later thing. Okay. You can do Cho in the beginning, no problem. Very nice melody. I like it very much.
How can we love deeply in relationship while practicing non-attachment without becoming emotionally distant or afraid to care? सम्बन्धहरूमा भावनात्मक रूपमा टाढा नभई वा माया गर्न नडराई अनासक्तिका साथ कसरी गहिरो प्रेम गर्न सकिन्छ?
The question of deep love, right? Actually, what does it really mean? You think carefully. The idea of deep love is the idea of Romeo and Juliet. Right? The person who wrote Romeo and Juliet. Do you know the person who wrote Romeo and Juliet? I heard that his life is not so happy, joyful life. And the Romeo and Juliet story itself is a love, but misunderstanding. Right? Somebody killed, right? Yourself, and the person thought is killed and they killed themselves. So it's a very chaotic thing. What does mean real love in the Indian Bollywood idea? Right? The hero loves so much the heroine that bullet comes, he can stand. Right? So now you think we have that kind of societally in the movie and how you say this poetry writing about deep love. Honestly, what it really means deep love is nothing deep. It's just a sharing. It's just understanding, respect, and spend time with each other happily, and not with quarrels. Yeah? But deep love has a lot of quarrels. You know that? The deep love, a lot of fightings. You understand? I don't understand why you love somebody so deeply, but you need to fight so badly. You ever make sense? For me, no. So you can fight small ones, small thing is okay. Like when you eat chili, right? Little bit, yeah. राम्रो छ नि त चिली एउटा खाएर जिब्रो सबै पाइलो भएर फिलिङ नभयो भने त के फाइदा भयो? The Korean noodle that you put in the mouth is so chilly that like eye goes and नाकबाट सिङ्कान आँखबाट आँसु हैन अनि जिब्रो सबै रातो अनि यो के फाइदा छ? So deep love It's like eating Korean noodle. So I prefer to say healthy love, respectful love, sharing, spend time together, understanding, you know, and you have a build up neutral ground. But you have your own separate ideas, but you have neutral ground. For me, my personally, whenever I do meditation, then I become more romantic. Romantic meaning not like romance like that, but more sort of, oh, I'm very appreciate you in my life, and I'm very thankful to you. You sacrifice so much for me. Like a kind of appreciation comes more. Because when I meditate, my ego is small. My pride is small. So I do say these things. So you can call that deep love. For my feeling is not deep. My feeling is very neutral, very calm. That's why I'm saying that what is really deep love means. Sometimes we make some kind of word, but we don't know what does it mean. You understand? And we know that our love is what? I love you so much, but I'm cutting myself, right? That is not deep love. It's crazy. What deep? You deep crazy. I know. You really love the person, you're going to do something the person like. We're so stupid. I love you so much. I love you so deeply. I love this cake myself. I brought to you. The person says, I don't like the cake. But it's a nice way of giving what you like. But it's a very stupid way. You really love the person, you're going to think what the person like. And you're going to bring that. Right? It's nice to bring what you like, but I'm sorry, it's stupid. That's what I'm saying. I think the Buddhism teaches how to be love in the nice way, intelligent way, understanding, respect, no power struggle, no politics. Two people have politics. Emotional games. Do you remember all that? Checking the phones. Where are you? These things. I think you know what I'm saying, right? Yeah. So my answer is Dharma practice makes me much more human being. So you can say deep or not, I don't know, but this is that. It doesn't not against each other. Mole baneko experience hone ta.
How can we help a person get rid of addiction like alcohol, phone, and other things? हामीले कसैलाई कुनै पनि कुलतबाट कसरी टाढा गर्न सक्छौं जस्तै कि रक्सी फोनहरुबाट?
It's very difficult to answer. 100%, addiction is very difficult, especially drugs, or alcohol, all that. So I think best way is sort of first accept the person, not negatively, as a positively. Don't do any blaming games. I think it's healthy. And try to find an organization. I think Nepal is not really strong at that level, but we can have a good organization or system that can have a 10-step of helping them to reduce the alcoholism like that. I think it's easy. But normally, Himalaya mountain areas, people like to drink. It's not only just Himalaya, but actually everywhere they like to drink. But Himalaya people like to drink too. It's very nice to be a little bit buzzed up, Then if you don't know how to handle it and you do buzz up too much, then become unmanageable. So my answer is not direct. First is accept. Second, don't ask them to blame and don't blame the person. And slowly see what is the best way to do, and it depends on the person, depend on the relationship with the person. So I don't have this 100% answer. And in Nepal, it's a little bit weak in that situation. So we don't have not many organization of this, how you call addiction. We have some, but not much. So that is the part. And if we don't look addiction in as a negative way, we all have a form of addiction and possible addiction. So you sort of take it as a neutral ground, not as a specific person, as a negative, like that. Cancer, anybody can have cancer, no? Anybody have possible of a cancer. So addiction is part of it, possible to have anybody have any. So don't take any negatively. I think accepting, is healthy.
How can we make our mind creative? हामीले आफ्नो मनलाई कसरी सृजनशील बनाउन सक्छौं?
I cannot answer this so much for how to be creative, But what I would like to do is first exercise. Go to the forest, not in the Kathmandu area, Tulu, Khayara, Pasan, go to the mountain, Saturday, just motorbike, Magayara, 1 hour just say, forest ma, you bring your tea, nice food, and go up in a hill, go and walking, call in Japan they call forest bathing. Going in the forest, walking helps your body, helps your emotions, and helps you to think. Not like going up and blow up all these musics, we do that in Nepal, go into the forest and we play the music so loud, then where the creativity is going to come? Right? You're just bringing your whole city up to the mountain. So going to the forest meaning you enjoy the forest, not the city noise up to the forest. No. So when I go to forest, I walk. When I'm parping, I walk in parping asura. Smell the nice trees in the morning. Then you think. And when I think creativity, I think about something that what I can benefit to the people that can make money. You understand? Creativity is something that you like to do, that can benefit, can connect the society, the need to support, but able to bring money. Because when you have good heart, when you bring money, right, don't feel guilty as a Buddhist, okay? Become rich man or rich woman, you don't need to feel sad. Say, I'm so rich, I'm so feel. What? You did effort, you put effort. You earn, you use your mind, you do your work. You become rich. You don't become rich because of somebody money just came top and come into your pocket. No, not like that. You put effort. But when you have money as a good person, you're going to give back to whatever people needed. So don't feel any sad about making money. Okay? So think about something that can connect the society. I give you an idea. China, right? India, right? What they want? Rich people. China and India, they want to produce rich people. Meaning that, I will say, low family to the middle family to upper class family. What they want, when the upper class family happen, right? What they want? Think. They want good organic food. Okay? They want good food. Nepal is such a good location, I'm telling you. Down there, 1 billion people. Up there, 1 billion people. Just think. We have some money, some farming connected to some Japan or Singapore scientists, and we can produce really good honey, chopped by the Singapore scientists or chopped by Japanese scientists, right? We go to China or India, say, this is high produced Himalaya honey. Not like chunky, honey that we have now. Very good quality, bad packaging. Plus, and when they're thinking they're selling, they start making fake ones. Who's going to buy fake ones? Maintain the quality. Vegetable, organic, nice. Who don't want that? Just think. We can produce very high quality. Upper class up there and down there, they're willing to pay, I'm telling you. And I'm Rinpoche, I cannot do business. And I'm asking you to do the business. Okay? Nepal, we cannot challenge certain things. We cannot do AI right now. Okay? Because we don't have the water and I don't know all these things, right? But what we can do is food. And the food, everybody need. Good, high quality food, rich people need more. Nepal has such a good honey, but not so much. Imagine we can sell these high product potatoes, high product. I have my small farm, You understand? I have a small farm. I get vegetable from my own farm. You see? And I'm very happy. You know why? I know exactly what they put inside. They have no pesticides, very good things. And I have 4 cows, and the manure of the cows mixed with the whatever. After a few months, they use for that, for the things to go up. So it's kind of self-sufficient. And I have one couple. I give them money. I pay them, and they're going to bring my vegetables. And I told them I like rice, especially I like Taijin rice, Nepali rice, not the basmati, all this kind of from India. They're long one, okay? All right, long basmati. People like to pay so much. I don't like. I like Nepali rice, Taijin. So tasty, so delicious. That's why Nepali people should love our own products first. Should be proud of that. Then we can sell it. I'm telling you, 1 billion people down there hungry for good quality, and 1 billion people there, they're hungry for good quality. We can sell them and bring the money in, and you become rich. Creative art. What we can do art. What is Nepali art? How we can do the highest quality they can sell. We cannot challenge the mass producers, so we can do high. There's like this creative like that. Think about different things, you know. And you are young people, you can discuss, and I have any ideas, I can throw you out. Okay? All right. Go to the forest. Don't blow the music. Enjoy, have a nice tea, have a paper, pen, idea, learn the society, learn up, down, both. Don't go, thinking narrow-minded. Look behind, look at the sky touch the China, sky touch the India, say, oh, you are 2 billion peoples, they're 500 upper class million peoples, I want to do what with you, something like that. Bye. I don't know where he's pointing. Okay, now we're finishing soon, okay?
Did God create us or did we create God? के भगवानले हामीलाई बनाउनु भएको हो वा हामीले भगवानलाई बनाएका हौं?
God create us or we create God? The idea of the God, we create, of course. When human beings know exist, they have animals running around. Who knows that they have a God, right? The idea of God, God, okay? Different names. Of course, we created. Duh. Duh, meaning like, of course, But of course, the people don't believe, people who believe in creation, they don't believe that. But the name of the God is, of course, we created. Now, the God really exists or not exists, I don't know, yeah? I don't know, really.
What's one practice you think young people should prioritize right now? हजुरको विचारमा आजको युवाहरूले कुन एउटा अभ्यासमा सबैभन्दा बढी प्राथमिकता दिनुपर्दछ?
3 things. First, compassion with observation of yourself, what need to be improved. Okay? What need to improve, what need to be transformed. First, I think he really want to pee. So his hand is like, and after he's finished pee, he's very happy, and he goes like that. So he really like, the physical body, he want to pee. After finish pee, then he goes. So I need to make joke, okay? Thank you I can make joke with you, because everybody laugh, So first, compassion with observation. The observation is something that is carry on until so long. Like me, right? I do any time practice. I do observation of what to improve. Yeah, it's very important practically. You don't know what to improve means you are very unintelligent, ignorant practitioner. Period. Okay. So observation yourself with compassion. Number 1. Number 2, mantra. Choose one mantra, whatever mantra. 1, 2 mantra. Chanba. Yeah, mantra. Number 2. Number 3, meditation. Now you cannot do many meditation, do a breathing meditation. Now it's not really meditation, but just breathing, yeah? I'm going to teach you yoga one, okay? I like that, easy to know. Like this, breathe in. Three minutes, 5 minutes. It's not a meditation, but makes you calm. These 3 things you do, young people.
What are the qualities we should develop to be better students and more receptive to your teachings? What are the qualities Eastern students often lack? हजुरको शिक्षा ग्रहण गर्न र असल शिष्य बन्न हामीले आफ्नो कस्ता गुणहरूको विकास गर्नुपर्दछ? पूर्वीय मुलुकका विद्यार्थीहरूमा प्राय कस्तो गुणको अभाव देखिन्छ?
Learning to understand correctly is number one. And after that, then of course focusing compassion, focusing the instruction, applying the instruction correctly, practice correctly is number one. And being patient to your practice, then that is the basic thing to do. And devotion and things comes after. I cannot say you should have devotion first. It comes after. Now Asians, the problem is Asian generally what we like to do is we don't like to ask much questions. When you have some kind of thing, and you should ask, you should not be shyful, but don't ask too much like Western. Everything they ask is too much. Ask the key points. Don't ask everything. Okay, I don't care all the everythings. Key points. Ask the key points, meaning key practices. Okay, to make sure. That's why our Gurujis, our tradition of gurus, in my gurus, we spend long time with the guru with the same instruction. Like me, I spent 7 years of the same instruction, the group of like 5-6 of instructions. I spent with the same guru 7 years. Then I perfected. You understand? So it's not like you just hear one point and I got the instruction. You need to perfect it. And guru need to understand your perfection. And the perfection is good. The guru says, okay, you pass. Then you pass. Until that, you not pass. Because it's package. Your behavior, your emotion, your understanding, your meditation all comes together as a package. So I'm not going to say all that because it's my secret. It's a guru's secret. Right? Guru knows exactly what the student is. Now I tell the secret of you can play the guru, whatever you want. So I'm not going to tell everything. You understand? Not all of you, whoever students. Yeah, I look. How many left?
Still 20, I guess. 15 or 20 questions.
What? Okay, I'm doing very fast now.
What happens after we attain Buddhahood? Where did Shakyamuni Buddha go after Mahaparinirvana?
This is a very good question. First of all, understanding where the enlightened Buddha, where they go. They don't go anywhere. Because enlightenment, the question is I, right? Oh, Rinpoche, when I enlighten, where I go. The whole idea is the I never began. Then when I is never began, where I going to go? So the Buddha never go anywhere. That is the answer. Right? The question, well, when I enlighten, I'm sorry, when you enlighten, there's no I, okay? So, okay, then?
If the population is increasing and deaths are fewer than births, from where are the new consciousness coming from?
Animals and hells and all that. I don't know where they come from, but they're mostly like that. Insects. How many insects you have in your body, inside your guts, Trillions. So 1 trillion die, 1 trillion die, 1 person died, you gave to your baby. So who knows? I don't know. Okay.
Rinpoche, the concept of being compassionate towards all beings and the pursuit of emptiness seems to be contradictory to apply. How would you suggest combining them in real life without too much pushing or escaping, but to generate with joy?
Absolutely right in this question. The first beginning compassion, I want to benefit all beings, I wish all this, and the emptiness meditation is against each other, 100%. Because one is the desire to help, I want to help, and the emptiness is no I. But the compassion is not stopped there. They have 2 levels of higher compassions. Compassion that oversees sentient beings, compassion that arises from the Dharma, understanding correct Dharma, and the compassion who does not have any perceptions, perceivings. We call ultimate compassions. So the compassion has a 3 level. Yeah? So whenever you start meditating emptiness and transforming your ego, actually compassion becomes refined. The beginning, compassion has a little bit type of emotion, little bit type of desire. After that, become more refined, more clean. Compassion does not have much of emotions, but the compassion maintains but not emotions. Then more refined, compassion exists, always there, but does not have that kind of grasping, like pervasive compassion. That's why it transforms, changes. Beginning look like against, but actually not. Compassion refines the compassion. Emptiness refines the compassion. So like that.
Rinpoche, with your compassion, please guide us on how lustful energy or sensual desire can be worked with and transformed into a source of spiritual growth according to the Dharma.
You can do many things. You are a beginner practitioner. When you have a lust or a desire, say, oh, I'm going to take all the sentient beings' desire on me, and I'm going to apply the desire for sentient beings not to have. It is a one way. Second way, you have a desire, and seeing the desire is a Buddha, and you're applying in a relationship. Then after that, you just confess what you have. So don't look at one thing that is such a negative thing, but compassionately looking at as a Buddha, or looking as a compassionately, like taking all the desire of sentient being in your desire, something like that. Because you should know you are not a monk, and you are not a nun. So having desire is part of the society, right? Population to grow. Now, no desire, no population, right? Where the monk and nun going to come, right? Where the arahant going to come, right? Arahant must be monk, they're not going to have yogi arahant institutionally. So the arahant must become a monk. Monks must come from parents. The parent doesn't have no desire, where the monk's going to come, right? Ultimately. So don't look at negatively like that. Okay, just say, oh, I'm confessing I have desire, but then you need to go on that and with the compassion, yeah? Practical.
Many people today struggle to believe in reincarnation. How can we understand and verify rebirth in a way that makes sense in modern times?
Rebirth is a kind of tough place to be in the beginning, I think. Okay, in beginning, for me myself, I don't believe in reincarnation too. Actually, it's very tough to be. But when I spend time in my practice, and then I thought everything is possible, and everything is actually reincarnated. You don't remember. After the meditation, you actually becomes much more sensible. Your senses become much more. Before, the senses is all about me. Until I don't see, I don't hear, I don't have proof, I don't believe. It's all about me. But after meditation, the me actually transforms. So you become much more easier to acceptable. You can see things much beyond your ego. That is what I see. And then I saw many people who has a memory of past and like that. So, it's a kind of part of it. I'm telling you, you're going to be very good knee and thigh today. Okay.
Rinpoche, Dharma has existed for centuries. I respectfully request that you kindly explain what exactly Dharma is.
Transformation. Dharma means transformation. Dharma means realization. Only two things. Transformation of your character, transformation of your mind from negative to positive with the correct way, and realization of the nature of the mind, or the realization of nature of phenomena. This is actually Dharma means. Yeah.
How do we stay consistent in practice when we feel lazy or distracted?
Commitment. Don't do too many things. Okay? Do small, short that you can do, and persistent for like 6 months. Then you can carry on. No problem. Then after you see the result of your practice, I'm not going to tell you to do it, you're going to do it. Yeah.
How can we truly understand suffering instead of just trying to escape it?
Huh?
How can we truly understand suffering instead of just trying to escape it?
Who told you to try to escape? No need to escape. Okay? Wanting to be escape. The want to be escaped, that is actually suffering. When you think carefully, I want to escape from suffering. That is already suffering, because you cannot escape now. Right? Oh, Rinpoche, I have anger problem. yeah, you have a problem. Why? Because now you're embracing the problem so nicely. Oh, I have a big problem. Okay, now you big problem. Okay, I have a very deep problem. Okay, and now you big deep problem. Oh, Rinpoche, I have a big, deep, and a very long time problem. Okay, now you have three problems. So it's all creation of your own mind. Number one. Now the point is very good. Observation of the emotion, character, transformation, understanding. Suffering is there all the time. But you understand, accept, see, and to look for transformation, then naturally the suffering get less and less. Okay? Yeah.
Can you please give us a basic beginner practice for our self-transformation and effective observation of our bad habits and negative emotions?
I already said the three things to do. Compassion practice is may all being happiness. May all being free from suffering. May all being happiness. May all being free from suffering. Do from your heart. May all being happiness. May all being free from suffering. Then observe what is my biggest bad habit. Okay, this is my biggest, my low self-esteem, low self, whatever this problem is my problem. Okay, so like that you reach. Then mantra, mantra. Then little bit of.
Rinpoche, please explain to us about karma cause and result with an example.
You're angry and you're unhappy, right? You're angry, right? You're angry, you're shouting, right? Who's unhappy first? You or the other person? You. All may, all sentient being be happiness. Who experienced the first happiness? You. Because the effect is there. You eat chili, who become first? Your mouth. You. After your mouth burn, you eat yogurt. Who experienced the shanti from chili? You. So cause of karma is there right away. You understand? Yeah. Now you look longer, then it's more difficult. No? Go short. Easy to understand.
Whatever good or bad happens in my life, I feel like it's all the results of my karma. Is it true, Rinpoche? If not, then please correct me.
No 100%. No 100% karma. Some condition. I tell you how. Like you go through problem, right? And you come to the monastery, right? And you give 10 rupees or 100 rupees or a few 100 rupees, right? So please pray for me, I'm going through difficult. After the monks start praying, your difficult changes instantly. Means it's your condition problem. It's not karma problem. Now you go through the problem. That monks do puja. It doesn't resolve the problem. It goes down a little bit, but comes back again. Means your karma problem. So puja does not resolve your karma problem. Can reduce it. But puja does resolve all the condition problem. So that's why you need to learn to confess. Your confession is the only way of reducing your karma. So the monks need to do a puja, do 35 Buddhas confessing. Is the puja you need to ask for karma problem. So that is how you know. It's not all karma, it's some condition.
What are the differences among Shravakayana, Mahayana and Vajrayana?
The focus is different. Shavakayana focus is renunciation. I want to be free from samsara. That is Shavakayana. Bodhisattva say, may all sentient being be enlightened. It's Bodhisattva. Vajrayana, all the sentient beings are already Buddha. That is Vajrayana. So focus is different. Okay, one is say, oh, I want to be free from samsara. Shavakayana. May all sentient beings become Buddha. Bodhisattva. All the sentient being is Buddha. Vajrayana. So that is the difference. The focus is different. And some basic is same, but the focus is a little different. That's it. No?
What and how should one visualize when practicing Wondro at home, Rinpoche?
You don't need to visualize anything. Whatever you are. Good looking, bad looking, whatever you are that. You don't need to visualize anything. Refuge time, right? What visualization? Only refuge time visualization is you multiply yourself. Tabiaru garesa? Huh? You ever done that? See, that's why you don't achieve million merit. You multiply yourself 100,000 times. Yourself, copy karera. Copy karera, 100,000. Your mind become crazy, I'm telling you. Because our mind used to hold one. When you say I, is plural or singular? Exactly. Now you put multiply, 100,000. I. They have no I. Really, the feeling of I is going to be diluted. That's why you multiply your 100,000 times yourself and do prostration. One prostration is 100,000. Okay, number one. Number two, Vajrasattva, you stupid yourself. Whatever you did is no need to visualize. Vajrasattva is there to clean your rubbish. So, no need to visualize. Mandala, no need to visualize. Yes, our tradition, Guru Yoga, as yourself. No need to visualize it, Vajrayogini or whatever. Sometimes they do visualize your Vajrayogini, but usually no need it as normally. It's fine. So, no need to be special visualization.
I've heard from people about white lies. Is there something called a white lie, Rinpoche?
Yes, of course. I did so much, you did so much, we done so much. Right? So white lie must be based in compassion. Then is white lie. But you white lie for the benefit of yourself, that is the black lie, not the white lie. The lie must be based on compassion. Okay? Somebody say, I hate the person. Oh, no, the person loves you so much. Really? Yeah, he said to me that you are the best person ever he met. Oh, really? Okay, I know him. So, white lie. It's good lie. Okay, like the compassion base of lie is fine. But not big lie, okay? Small lie. Here, there, like, not big lies.
Why do bodhisattvas do some magic spell for the people who are...
Now that question I did not understood. Okay, you read the whole thing?
Why do bodhisattvas do magic spells for the people who are hunger of getting enlightened?
I don't understand this. What does it mean? Who asked this question? Do you know? Anybody here? Who's here? Saina? Huh? Yes, the manchi. Prashna zin. Dini manchi saina. Yes, so lata okay, lati. So I don't understand this. You anybody understand this? What does this mean? Like the person really hungry for enlightenment, and bodhisattva do magic on them. What magic on them? Magic for what? For enlightenment or not enlightened? I don't understand that part. You understand? So I don't understand the question. So whoever this asks, please find out and ask the question. Okay.
In meditation, what is the difference between shamatha without an object and the alaya, all-ground consciousness?
Shamatha without object has a clarity, awareness, and the all-ground consciousness, the alaya, we say alaya means all-ground consciousness, does not have a very clear clarity of awareness. That is the difference. The all-ground consciousness does not have clarity, strong presence of clarity, and non-focused meditation of shamatha actually has a clarity. That is the difference. It's not much benefit to you. It's very self-focused question.
How to make lots of money as quick as possible while practicing Dharma?
Huh? What?
How to make lots of money as quick as possible while practicing Dharma?
I don't know how to make a lot of money. I know that, Putisha, I'm doing it. I know that you're good to speak English. Teaching English in China, I heard make money good. And I heard, this is what I heard. I'm not sure. And really quick, fast. I really don't understand how to make this quick, fast money. Yeah, but I think good creative. I think can bring good money. I think.
And this is the last question, Rinpoche.
I'm so happy.
No. In today's world, where everyone is busy scrolling mindlessly,
What?
in today's world, where everyone is busy scrolling mindlessly,
Like this?
what advice, scrolling mindlessly, what advice do you have for
The
youth?
question is irrelevant. When they do this, it's not mindless. It's very mindful actually. Yes or no? When you do this, you're very mindful. Oh, I like this. I don't like this. That's why you scroll. We don't do we don't do that. The question itself is actually irrelevant. For my own, like you do this, right? I like that. No. Oh yeah. It's kind of not a mindful and a meditative state, but the question itself is like mindful. I don't do this. Anybody does that? Huh? You do? You do like mindlessly like that? I don't. But finish up the question.
Yeah, in today's world, where everyone is busy scrolling mindlessly, what advice do you have for youth on making life meaningful?
के भन्छ सचिव यो त के हो यो लाडा हो कि छाङ खाएर सोधे हो कि बोला भयो हो कि के हो यस्तो माइन्डलेस स्क्रोल गर्छ अरे मिनिङफुल कस्तो भन्नुपर्छ अरे के भन्छ स्क्रोल विथ मिनिङफुली What meaningful? Scroll with happiness. Right? Why we scroll? Imagine really. We want to just enjoy our life and time pass, We just wait there, what to do, right? We scroll. So honestly, meaningful question for me is compassion. This is true, being serious. When I lose compassion in my heart and I lose compassion in my mind, I don't have no thoughts of compassion, then my mind is become very much, life becomes a little bit, kind of boring actually. And I do things for myself, I'm happy like everybody does, and becomes very meaningless after, So you feel like, you keep doing things that you like, you keep doing things to buy and drink coffee and tea. Then what? You watch some movie in Netflix and YouTube, then what? Then you feel bored after that. Then you feel sad and then you feel depressed. And, so you at least have a compassion in your heart. With that, we just watch some Netflix. It's actually different. So compassion, I think, is very, very important. Not self-compassion, compassion to all beings. Yeah. And then from that, when you have that thought, that kind of feelings, that kind of emotions, then really your life changes because whatever you do is a little bit different, right? Now, I told you before, compassion needs wisdom, compassion needs intelligence. And I'm telling you, I'm a very diligent person. Not compared with my guru, but my own self, I'm very diligent. My practice takes 1.5 hour. Okay? And that I do no matter what, I do it. And my practice is a combination of what I told you. Reflection, compassion, bodhicitta, plus all the Vajrayana practice and some meditation. Yeah, that's a part of it. So I do very diligently. And Vajrayana practice is one of my main practice. So I know what Vajrayana practice really do for you. They give you confidence, give you a really good, strong aura, very positive feeling, very powerful. Your mind becomes very intelligent and very sharp, okay, through the visualization, and you become very inseparable with Buddhas, meaning that you're able to, conquer your own thoughts and feelings through the practices. So that's why Vajrayana is actually conqueror of your feelings, conqueror of your emotions. So slowly by slowly, the Vajrayana practices, mantras open the door. They open the door of remaining always in the freedom, that you don't wish to be free. Meaning you're always free from grasping. When you already is free from grasping, you don't have desire to be free, yeah? Of course, yeah? So why we all struggle? Now right now you check yourself, you're all struggling, right? I'm talking about mind, struggling, not life, huh? Right now, because our mind has attachment, okay, like this. So I just told you before, we grasp our body like this, we hug body like this, and we hold the emotion like this. Then our thought like this, our memory like this, our emotion like this. Whatever people tells me, right away you know, and especially your parents and people you love, they say something, and it repeats in your head, repeats that thing, rewinds and play, rewind and play, and forward and backward, you know what I'm saying? That is your life. You understand? Whether you say, I believe this, I believe that, you have the same problem. You say, I don't believe, you have same problem. You see? So, Dharma is solution, instruction. You follow, but mantra is magical. Understand? So you really chant correctly, practice correctly, visualize correctly, do correctly, you're going to get the guidance, blessings from your deity. It opens up. They opens up the attachment very gently. Not like you, oh Rinpoche, I want to reduce my attachment. It's so negative, so difficult. You understand? You know you have attachment, and you don't like attachment, and you want to get out of attachment. It's the same, it's three problems that you have. First you have, see the attachment is problem, right? Now you want to be free from attachment, but you're not free. Again, your problem, right? And you're trying to be free. It's struggle. So you have three struggle you go through. But when you have the mantra, so you sort of apply, practice, slowly. All the patterns changes and karma, all the changes. Then slowly you become a little bit kind of beginning experience, a little bit like a detachment. It's not negatively, but positively detachment. But slowly you become space. Remaining in a space. Peace, Nirvana is peace, they say. Right? What does it mean, peace? Right? The peace only experiences the person when the person are free from the bondage. The bondage is done by yourself. You feel, my body, right? I bondage. My emotions, bondage. My identity is bondage. My feeling, my emotions, my opinions, people's opinions. Then, big boss, name, fame, respect, happiness. It's all bondage. Then you practice. I want to free from the bondage. It's so difficult going against all this. That's why you chant mantra. Slowly. Buddha blessing, deities, slowly, then it's slow. Then you learn meditation. Right now, your meditation is going against your river. You understand? The river is like that. You're going against the river. You're going like that. You see the destination there. So Guru says, you see that rock, the white, shining, big boulder of rock? You need to go there. And Guru says, now you swim. The river coming down so strong, right? The river is your pattern of your habits and emotions and all that. And you're going against the river. When you chant the mantra, what happens? The boulder is not against the river. The boulder, the big white boulder, is in front of you where the river goes. That is the difference of the mantras. Mantra changes completely. How? Without mantra, you're going against the river. with the mantra, the river, right, it actually helps you to reach to the boulder. Because now I'm going, I don't need to swim much. Why? The river is already going towards the boulder, the white boulder. Then I look all my friends who doesn't like mantra, they go, Rinpoche, so struggling. I'm tired, I pain here, my emotion, like this. I'm like, really? Okay. But I told you so much, you chant mantra, but you don't. But I don't need mantra. See, I just swim. It's so easy, so easy. Every great master says that meditation is so easy, right? And all students say, no. Why? All the gurus chant mantras. They have very strong connection to the deities, Buddhas. Students, they're not able to make it. The magic is there. It's not understanding. People think understanding. It's not. It's the connection. So, with mantra, boulder is in front of you, the river follows to help you. Without the mantra, boulder is the opposite of the river. So you choose. Okay? Thank you very much, all of you. Dhanyabad. As a Nepali youth, तपाईहरु धेरै राम्रो प्रश्न उठाउनु भयो अनि मेरो उत्तर पनि मेरो कोशिश गरेर कति सके म भनेछ अनि धेरै हामी धर्म ज्ञान युथ ग्रुप नेपालमा धेरै राम्रो छ अनि आज